like tank tops and, you know.
All right, we made it. We made it to the hotel. We dropped off our ambulances, and now we're going to zip over to the city.
By zipping means 31 minutes.
Better than the ambulance.
In this video, we take a couple of our high-mileage ambulances from Detroit, Michigan, zip them on over to Elizabeth, New Jersey, to a dealership that's got 2 brand new ambulances waiting for us. But before we head back to Michigan, we're going to take advantage of the proximity to New York City, zip on over, and do a little exploring. We made it over to Times Square, and I can tell you that the crowds are so much less than they were just 4 weeks ago before the holidays when we were here. We took advantage of no lines, got ourselves something to eat, but because of the long drive here, we decided to head back to the hotel, get a good night's sleep, and start fresh tomorrow. Good morning. It is 20 after 7. I'm going to go downstairs, grab us some coffee, get our day started. I'll tell you what's nice about the hotel we stay in, and that's the fact that that bus is right there. That city bus is right outside the front door. You hop on, and over to the city you go. We chose this budget-friendly hotel due to its proximity to New York City and the fact that the public transit is right outside the front door.
This is like deja vu all over again.
Once we arrived in New York City, we started our Saturday morning exploring by visiting the Street Side Studio on 6th Avenue in the west wing of the Rockefeller Center, which is home to the Fox News Channel.
There.
Are they broadcasting now?
Yeah, well, her light was red. Her light's red right here. They're broadcasting right there.
Oh, no kidding. They're probably used to this, I'm sure.
They don't want you to see.
That's the view. That's the view you get on TV.
Now it's yeah.
Yeah, that's Rachel. Her husband's the transportation secretary now. We started something. Look at now, everybody.
Well, they waved at us. You gotta wave.
After visiting Fox News, we continued our way north on 6th Avenue, where we passed by the late night show, Radio City Music Hall, and a couple of fine jewelry stores.
It's really pretty. Yeah.
We continue our way north, going into Central Park, where we make our way over for a 10:30 brunch reservation at Tavern on the Green.
Come on, let's go inside.
We truly look forward to exploring this beautiful and famous historic restaurant. In the late 1880s, Tavern on the Green was built as a sheepfold to house the 200 South Down sheep that graze Central Park's sheep meadow. In 1934, Robert Moses transformed the building into the restaurant as part of his park renovation. Through the next few decades, Tavern underwent several changes in management, but the iconic views of the park and the addition of a dance floor, outdoor seating, and lavish menu kept prominent actors and musicians and public figures coming back to the restaurant to dine, drink, and celebrate. After a hiatus starting in 2009, Tavern on the Green reopened in April of 2014. There's something magical about a winter ride through Central Park, the crisp air and the gentle rhythm of the horses' hoofs, pulling us through history. But did you know none of this is natural? Not the winding paths, the rocky outcrops, or even the serene lakes. Every hill, every tree, every bridge is all by design. Back in 1858, Central Park was just an idea, a dream of bringing nature into the heart of a rapidly growing New York City. Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux won the competition to design it, and over 18,000 trees were planted to create this 843-acre oasis. Over the years, Central Park has been the stage of history. It's where Martin Luther King Jr. led civil rights demonstrations, where John Lennon's memory is honored in strawberry fields, and where millions have gathered for concerts, marathons, and celebrations. And yet, through all of its changes, it's remained a sanctuary in the middle of the city that never sleeps. One man who had a lasting impact on the park was Robert Moses. In the 1930s and 40s, he led massive renovations, building playgrounds, restoring fountains, and making sure this park remained the city's backyard. Love him or hate him, Moses shaped the park into what you see today. So, as we ride along these carefully designed paths, wrapped in the warmth of a blanket and in the echoes of history, we're not just seeing a park, we're stepping into a masterpiece, a living, breathing piece of New York's story. It's nice. The sun came out, treated us very well today. Here with our friends Bill and Jan, and of course my beautiful wife Jennifer. This is absolutely just a fantastic day today. After the ride through Central Park and giving a much-earned treat to our horse named Cowboy, we pay our guides and say goodbye. At the south end of Central Park is 59th Street. We hailed a cab and made our way through the narrow, car-lined streets over to the FDR Drive, which takes us around the congested city. It will get us to our destination quickly. It was a beautiful sunshiny day, and this ride gave us a chance to get a glimpse of the Brooklyn Bridge and just another viewpoint of Manhattan. Our cab driver dropped us off right in front of the World Trade Center, where we made our way over to the National 911 Memorial and Museum. We're visiting on February 1st of 2025, and there were essentially no lines anywhere we went, which was really nice, which gave us an opportunity to explore without being shoulder to shoulder with people. We visited a place called the Italy, which is a chain of Italian food halls that sell food, wine, and other products, and they offer dining and cooking classes as well. We chose to revisit the Firenze restaurant while our friends were inside the 911 Museum across the street. We absolutely love this place. It has perfect cocktails paired with excellent service. We ventured out across the street to visit St. Paul's Chapel. It opened in 1766, back when New York City was still under the British rule, and back then, it was the tallest building in the city. The church has been in continuous use ever since. That's 260 years. This church sat directly across the street from the World Trade Center, and is considered a miracle that on September 11th, 2001, the church didn't suffer any damage, not even a single shattered window. In the days and weeks after the 9/11 attack, St. Paul's became a sanctuary for the exhausted and weary rescue workers who spent hours each day searching the debris. We headed back across the street. We met up with our friends that were just coming out of the 911 Memorial, and for the first time, we visited One World Observatory on the 102nd floor of One World Trade Center. I don't want to spoil it for you. If you've never been, skip this part of the video.
See? Your ears already.
Wow.
Welcome to One World Observatory. Dynamic, diverse, and ever-changing, the city and skyline reveal themselves uniquely to each observer. Experience the infinite facets of the city beneath us as you prepare to see forever.
Rising above the skyline at a staggering 1,776 feet, One World Observatory offers a view unlike any other. From the top of the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, you can see up to 50 miles on a clear day. This iconic tower stands as a symbol of resilience, built on the site of the original World Trade Center. And once at the top, the observatory offers a 360-degree view of the city that never sleeps. But the views aren't the only thing worth savoring. One Dine, the observatory's restaurant, offers an elevated dining experience with gourmet dishes and handcrafted cocktails, all served with an unforgettable backdrop. Whether you're enjoying a sunset dinner or a drink at the bar, the city lights provide the perfect setting. And while you're here, make sure you get the perfect selfie.
Please step down, the doors are about to close.
Outside or so?
Thank you for visiting One World Observatory.
Quite welcome.
God. Perfect. Do not encourage.
After taking in some spectacular views, it was time to go get something to eat. We made our way through Chinatown, stopping at a couple of shops along the way to pick some things up.
I like this one. Bill, look at this one.
We made our way into Little Italy, and we found this restaurant named Casabella. We knew from walking into this restaurant, being greeted by the doorman, and being sat at our table that it was going to be an absolutely fantastic experience. From the cozy atmosphere to the fantastic wine selection, authentic Italian flavors with fresh ingredients and perfectly cooked pasta, the service was warm and attentive, and it made the whole dining experience even more enjoyable. The food was absolutely delicious. Casabella is definitely a spot I'd recommend for anyone looking to enjoy a great meal in the heart of Little Italy. After that amazing dinner, it was time to head back uptown. And despite everything we see on the news about the subway, we decided to take our chances and go subterranean. Once we figured out how to get our Metro cards to work, we boarded the train and headed northbound. And without any disappointment, there's always some sort of live entertainment on the train.
Found my cleanest, dirtiest shirt.
23rd
I wash my face and I
Not Sunday yet.
We made it safely up to 42nd Street and exited at Grand Central Station. We made it safely on the subway, and here we are at Grand Central Station. This famed opal glass clock is valued at $20 million or more. We didn't spend a whole lot of time exploring Grand Central Station before heading out the door and making our way over to Bryant Park. We were here several weeks ago, just before Christmas and the holidays, and it was an absolute madhouse. The Winter Village runs from October 25th to March 25th, but the holiday shops are packed up and put away January 2nd.
But other than that, New York is 24/7.
Within a couple days, all this will be gone. As we begin to wrap up our night here in New York City, we decided to swing by Penn Station just to check it out. Penn Station is located in Midtown Manhattan underneath Madison Square Garden. It's the busiest transit hub in the Western Hemisphere. The station serves 600,000 people per weekday, and it's absolutely massive. We've had a really productive day today, and it's getting late. So it's time to head back out of Penn Station. This escalator will take us up and drop us out right in front of Madison Square Garden. We're going to start making our way back to the Port Authority bus terminal. But before we get on the 320 bus, we're going to see if we can't find ourselves a snack.
We're so mad at each other.
We found ourselves some comfort food, and that's a wrap. All right, good Sunday morning. Let's get these ambulances delivered. And the entire reason we were here in the first place is because we had to drop off some old ambulances and pick up some new ones. This is the part where I say, if you've made it this far in the video, give yourselves a thumbs up. You certainly earned it.
These are beautiful, brand new. Beautiful.
And if you're curious to see what happened to these ambulances, subscribe to the channel and check back, and we'll have a video posted of these things getting all outfitted and ready for the road.
Ready?
We'll see you back in Michigan.